When you think about Italian shotguns, probably the first thing that comes to mind is absolutely world-class engraving, most notably the Bellino style or banknote style engraving. And with what we have here today, that is absolutely the case. We have some exquisite Italian shotguns coming up in this premiere auction, and these are just a few that I wanted to show you. And these first two shotguns that we're going to look at are a pair of Abbiatico and Salvinelli, more commonly known as A&S Famars. These are Zeus grade shotguns here, and as I mentioned, they're a pair, and these are engraved by Silvano Vinzi, who is a master engraver there in northern Italy. As you can see on this, we have predominantly just a scroll motif, some semi-relief scroll. Here you can see as well we have gold highlights with the gold safe, the gold number 2, as this is the second one of the pair, as well as the gold serial number. It is signed here next to the trigger guard by Vinzi. And with just about all Italian shotguns, we have an exceptional piece of walnut on it as well. So this next pair we're going to take a look at is a pair of Perazzis that were engraved by master engraver Aldo Rizzini. And as you can see, there's a little bit more of a game scene motif in this engraving. Here we see on the right lock plate we have a Capercaillie, which European hunters are going to be a little more familiar with. On the bottom we have another kind of more close-up view of a Capercaillie, and then on the left lock plate we have what appears to be a pair of partridge flying in a little mountain scene. So as we can see, it's very high quality engraving that we normally see associated with the Italian engravers, the Italian master engravers. And once again, this one is signed here, A. Rizzini, right next to the trigger guard. You can see we have a little gold accent here of an initial from one of the previous owners. So again, another pair of highly engraved, absolutely stunning Italian shotguns. And finally here we have a single gun from the giant of Italian shotgun manufacturing, and that's a Beretta. And this is the highest grade Beretta that they make. This is an SO10 EELL. The SO series of shotguns go back for many, many years with Beretta, and they just kind of kept refining it, and this is kind of the pinnacle of that in the SO10. As you can see, it's a pinless side lock, so you have the full side plate to be able to put the engraving on. And this one was engraved by Gabriele Ferraglio, and I apologize if I butchered his name, but absolutely stunning engravers. So here you can see on the right side we have a pair of pheasants, and one of the most notable features on this engraving really is the very, very tight scroll in between the scenes and the darkened backgrounds here as well. Just really, really pops on the gun. And then on the bottom here we've got what appears to be a pigeon and a grouse and 2 single scenes. And then on this left side here we've got several different woodcock in different scenes. And again, just looking at that tight scroll and the darkened background throughout parts of it, just absolutely an exceptional piece of engraving, an exceptional quality firearm. And here you see we have the gold inlaid PB for Pietro Beretta on the escutcheon there. And as we said before, just absolutely exceptional piece of walnut on this high grade shotgun. So again, this are just a few of the absolutely exceptional Italian shotguns we have coming up in our premiere sale on May 19th, 20th, and 21st, with the full day preview on May 18th. Please go to our website, www.rockislandauction.com, to take a look at these, as well as the many other shotguns and firearms that we have coming up in that sale. Once again, May 19th, 20th, and 21st, with the full day preview on May 18th.